I'm a strong believer in purpose. I think each of us has a unique set of gifts and talents that we've been endowed with, and they don't come to fruition right away. They're seeds that are planted, but over a lifetime of education and training and development and experiences, those seeds bear fruit and they feed into purpose. Purpose is all about calling. It's why we're here. No two people really have the same purpose or calling. I was raised by a single mom who made ends meet to raise two boys, basically instilled in us the importance of following our dreams, but also being the very best that we could be, but embracing their efforts were the community. I grew up in the deep South in the 60s, civil rights movement, where people surrounded us and said, things are changing and we want you to be the very best that you can actually be. All reinforcing that same message. Be clear on who you are and what you're endowed with, but then be the very best that you can be at that. Went to a small college in Creek, Nebraska called Doane College, and it's another lesson in persistence. I played football, went there on a football scholarship, met my sweetheart in college. We were engaged and were married, and I went to work in the telephone business. Was fortunate enough to moved pretty rapidly throughout the organization. We moved about 8 times in our first 12 years, but that gave us a chance to grow, and ultimately we added members to our family. My wife Renee and I had 2 sons, Joshua and Jordan. As I mentioned, I grew up in the telephone business. It was an interesting time because the old Bell system was just being broken up. It was considered a monopoly, and in the interest of competition, it was broken up. As it was broken up, it created opportunities to grow in a different area, but you had to be willing to let go of the old to embrace the unknown. And that became another part of my early life's lessons is don't be afraid of the unknown. Early on in my career, I would be the first one to put my hand up when there was a new venture that we were going to pursue, because it was a chance to explore and grow myself as well as help the organization grow. I had taken on assignments that gave me both experience in the U.S. as well as a global footprint. Signed on with the Center for Ethical Business Cultures. Over the next 15, 16 years, it gave me an opportunity to do a number of wonderful things. We worked directly with companies here locally, as well as around the country and around the world, as they wrestled with getting their culture right. I served on a 15-person task force with the United States Sentencing Commission, helping them integrate into law the whole notion of bringing together the what and the how. Over my time at the center, I worked with thousands of leaders, some in small group settings, some in larger group settings, and I got a chance to go into the classroom where I worked with tomorrow's leaders. We explored through case studies and speakers and simulations the power that ethics brings inside the workplace. And so fascinating for me was to watch the light bulbs come on and then people get back to the workplace and begin to infuse this inside of their organization. As a result of some of those experiences that I'd gained from an executive standpoint, I was invited to begin serving on corporate boards. Board service provided a unique opportunity for me to carry some of the same professional experiences that I had gained as an executive into a boardroom and offer advice and counsel to executives that were wrestling with tough issues. I grew more than what I gave, frankly, because I got a chance to work along some talented executives, very talented board members, and to help organizations perpetuate themselves for the long term. And I'd have to be honest and say I go back to the community I grew up in, because they surrounded me with the notion that you can be whatever you aspire to be. Dream big and keep pursuing those dreams. And so I felt a debt of gratitude and obligation to pass that same sentiment on to others that are coming to dream big, because there is potential. They can be what they want to be. Comes with hard work, but you have to dream big.